The UFC has become a giant in the fighting game by buying out the competition. It's also because of the athletes. Like other sports, each athlete has a fan base, big or little. I'm Manjinder from SpecManatee.com and this is Top 5 UFC Fighters of All Time. Number 5, Conor McGregor. The Notorious One is still young and holds a very good record in the UFC with only losing 3 times but winning 20. Conor has built himself up from the ground to become the face of the UFC. He has got there due to him mouthing off to his opponents and giving electric promos which really make the fans watch his fight. Also, you can't deny his unique fighting style which gets him the win, and the way he mentally gets inside his opponent's mind inside and outside the octagon. He must be doing something right because he's in 4th position when it comes to the world's best pound for pound fighter. 13 seconds. Number 4, Chuck Liddell. Once the UFC Hall of Famer stepped into the cage, he suddenly became larger than life. He fought from 1999 to 2002, beating whoever came in his way. Then came back and made history in the UFC by knocking out several straight opponents. Some say his fist holds the power of Thor's hammer. Others say he's just a strong motherfucker. All we know is his name's Chuck. Number 3, George St Pierre. GSP is one of those fighters who is very well rounded in all areas. He has finished his fights in various ways, like when he knocked out Matt Hughes in their 2nd fight, or when he submitted Frank Higg, or even when he won Nick Diaz on decision. In the UFC, he is currently holding a 11 fight octagon win streak. Now that's the type of friend you need when Nelson and his boys want to fight you. Number 2, Jon Jones. This guy is the definition of life is a roller coaster. But nevertheless, Jon Jones is an amazing fighter who was the pound for pound best fighter in the world. He has been a former UFC light heavyweight champion. Also, after what happened to him at UFC 200 with him failing a drug test, Jones's future in the UFC isn't clear. It isn't clear even if he would fight ever again. But one thing we can be certain on is he was a remarkable fighter. And number 1, Anderson Silva. Silva has given his entire life to fighting, and this can be seen by the records he has broken at the UFC, like most title defenses, most knockdowns, and most finishes. He always puts on a show for the fans, like when he snapped his leg into 2 fighting Chris Weidman. Just that image of his leg wrapping around Chris's leg like a blanket. Ugh. He also saved the day at UFC 200 by coming in and fighting Daniel Cormier with only 2 days notice. What a legend. Silva will be inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame. The guy deserves it. That's all for this time. Like, subscribe and share. Go to SpecManatee.com to see more content like this. Did we miss anyone out or do you disagree? Tell us in the comment section down below. I'm from SpecManatee.com and I'll see you next time.